Hi, this is Shmuel Bowman, and welcome back to Communicate. Well, Chag Yom Ha'atzmaut Sameach, which in Hebrew means Happy Israel Independence Day. We are celebrating 63 years since the establishment of the State of Israel, and here in Efrat, Israel, we celebrate every year at this park, the Central Park in Efrat, where thousands of people show up. It's still an hour or so before the event takes place, before everything gets going, but as you can see already, the crowd is already, the park is already getting crowded and filling up. We've already got our place situated right near the platform. It should be a wonderful, wonderful evening. I want to say something about what it means for Israel to be independent, what it means for this to be the Jewish state, and for us to finally come back to our homeland after 2,000 years of exile. And I'm reminded of something that a great rabbi, Rashi, said back in the 12th century, and he commented on the opening lines of the book of Genesis. The book of Genesis begins, Bereshit bara Elokim et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. In Hebrew, that means in English, and in the beginning God created the heavens and the earth. And the question is, why should the Bible begin with that? After all, shouldn't the Bible really begin with the first set of laws, commandments that we're supposed to keep, that the Jewish people are supposed to keep, such as, the setting of the calendar and remembering the Exodus from Egypt that we just celebrated during Pesach? Why do we begin with the story of the creation of the earth? And Rashi begins with what is famously known as the first Rashi, when he says, "There will come a day when nations of the earth will challenge the people of Israel for establishing their country in this land. There will be a day when that will happen, and the world will say, you have no right to this country. You have no right to being here. You have no right to an independent state." And Rashi points out that when everybody in the world is asking the question, who gives you the right to establish yourself in this country, we will say, look at Genesis chapter 1, verse 1. God Almighty has given us the right to establish and return to our homeland, creator of heaven and earth. Who could be a higher authority than that? Happy Yom Ha'atzmaut, happy Israel Independence Day. Shalom from Communicate. Let's go interview some people. Hi, Dina. Hi.
All right, now
this is my friend and neighbor Dina Mann, and she was born in Efrat.
No, not quite.
Cancel it. You were not born in Efrat. You grew up in Efrat. She grew up in Efrat.
I have hardly any memories earlier than Efrat.
Okay, Yom Ha'atzmaut, Israel Independence Day. What does it mean to you?
You have to prepare me ahead of time. Yom Ha'atzmaut. It is, I think, the culmination of our religious and national existence in this world, I think.
Shalom, shalom. I'm sitting with, what is your name? Leo, Chag Sameach.
Chag Sameach.
Happy Israel Independence Day.
Toy and do a lot of barbecue.
Hi, Rafi. Hi. Well, here we are in Efrat. It's another Israel Independence Day. What does Israel Independence Day mean to you?
It means sovereignty over our own destiny.
Okay. Yeah, great. Anything else you want to say about that?
No.
Okay.
It covers it.
Sovereignty. Thank you.
Okay, I just wanted to add that it is amazing to be here in Park Hasor for Efrat's celebration of this Independence Year celebrations, because I remember back to the beginning of Efrat, when the number of people assembled for this same ceremony that started way back then was only enough to barely fill what's called Park Ori now, near my parents' house.
What about Yom Ha'atzmaut, Israel Independence Day, Paul?
Wow, well, Chag Sameach to everybody. It is a pleasure to be here yet again for the umpteenth time at Park Hasor in Efrat for the big Yom Ha'atzmaut Tekes. It's cold as it always is, so you know we have hot coffee, blankets, and everything.